Okay, right, well, the first thing I've been concentrating on was this battery, what's going to be a battery pack. There's actually an older SCART control box where you could press buttons to change which SCART thing is going to go on there. This fire retardant tape wrapped around there. We've got these little connectors and things. You can take them apart and there's all sorts of little things in there, so hopefully you can see these things. Pull that apart, little grommets and things which are going to use on the costume, make it look like there's nodes and connection points. I've got these lighting kits from eBay. Actually, there's a website they have called hobbykit.eu. They've got all diagrams in there, help you to know what's going on, if you understand that kind of thing. My dad's actually helped me rewire these things with a battery. I've had to use Velcro to hold these bits together. We've got these switches which I had to buy separately. They had little tiny ordinary switches, but I wanted something that was a bit more visual. So this is going to be for that. You might recognise what these lights were from. If I turn this one on, that's what I'd see what I'm doing there. Can you see that going on? Now this is actually what they call project boxes, and you can get them in Maplins. It's in the UK if you're here. I've got some other odd ones which I might use, might not use, and they're just for exactly what I've done here, putting your circuit boards in there and things, and making whatever it is you want to make. There's a lot of Velcro holding the battery inside there, and actually how to superglue the circuit board in there. This is just Velcro with bits of tape, again cut on there. It wasn't quite adhering that well to it, so I've actually used a whole load of PVA glue all over the top of that, just to create a nice layer which holds that glue on there. And this here's just a little piece of plastic which I've painted up to make it look like metal. There's a real switch. When we flip the switch, you might recognise what this light is from. That's not attached yet, that's just an idea that I've had for a cable which might be there. This is actual conduit tubing you can get off eBay. So this is going to be something which is going to be on the back of the robot, as well as this which gets attached later as an alternate power supply. There's heat sinks, there's a ribbon cable. If you wonder what this is, it's not Lego, it's not even Duplo bricks, it's actually terminals. They're terminals, yeah. You can cut them up and you connect wires into them and things. So this is actually going to be part of a spine. It's just sprayed black. Use loads and loads of blue tack to plug up the holes, just to keep that nice little brassy look there of the things. You might not even see it on camera, but it's there. It looks nice. We got here, which is going to be a sort of breakaway connection point for a cable which is going to be pulled apart. And this actually came. There's several parts here. We've got these coaxial cable ends, which came from a old USB WinTV plug thing there, which is actually in this little case. So I was actually going to use that as part of it, but I've desoldered the end and cut off the end from the other cable. I've used Bostik contact adhesive. This is actually going to be screwed. I've made a hole in the back of this costume. It can be screwed onto the costume there, and this end will fit into this tubing. Well, you can see it there. That will go in there, and I can just put some glue in there, some contact adhesive again, and that's going to pop off. This is was more of this conduit stuff which you can get. It's this sort of thing, different ends which I've pushed in there and glued in together. It's all nice and solid. So I'm using a similar sort of thing elsewhere, like this piece here. You can see that. And I've used the pump part of a soap dispenser, which I've cut apart for different odds and ends, and a bit of styrene tubing here, which will go into the bottom in there, and I'll just glue that in, and that will be another part on the robot somewhere. I've got these phono connector points, which will be perhaps on the back. There's going to be a a wall unit, a power unit, which I'll be using just a box, and I've got this USB charging thing by Kodak. You can get them other people, I suppose, who make them, and that will just power these lights So just look, there's something on this box there which looks like it works. It will be in the background, this thing. And there'll also be some lights for it, which will be on here. You can see it blinking away. There's one box here full of odds and ends, ribbon cable which I'm going to use, stuff which I had for ages and just hadn't got rid of, which is all going to be used on this robot. A really good way to get rid of your crap, just use it on the robot costume. And well, I don't usually chucked away. I've also been making transfers labels. These are transfers, not going to use all of them. I've got more sheets for logos as well and things. There's some other stuff I'm making here. These are going to be labels which are going to be cut out. Things like this will be on the battery. That's going to go on the battery there. It'll activate and power down switch. Indicators for where the switch goes. We've got this one here, which I'm going to cut out and put onto there to make it like they've actually been studded on there. I've got these dressmaking pins, so I'll just drill holes, stick the label on, drill holes into the corner and push the pins and glue them in and just snip off the ends. There's an aerial which came from the Win TV thing, which we might be using. We've got various lights, lights like this, which can be used. And shrink sleeve tubing stuff, all kinds of things going on here. My idea was that the people who have been making this, the machine is within this suit, and the suit is just around it just to protect the mechanism within. And with all these things poking out here and there, all little access points for the scientists, if you like, to get hold of it and fix things and plug things in, upload software to it, all that kind of stuff. Everything's been made for a purpose. It's not like a bought product which you can just buy off the shelf and it's all made and polished. It's all things that they can have access to and plug in and take away. So that's the general idea of how I'm making all these things and how it's going to attach. They're going to attach as well to the robot via Velcro, which has been saved quite a lot of my bacons and held things together on the back. The idea, I think, as well, because if they were making this, they would probably use some Velcro just to hold things in place, and it's just a simple way of doing things, really. So lots of Velcro, boss stick, all these sort of things, stuff you probably won't really see properly in the film, but it's there, and it just creates the whole picture of this being a robot. That's it for now. So I think I'll say thanks for watching. Thanks to all the new subscribers as well. Check on Facebook, check the links to my friend's Patrick Ryder's YouTube channel. It'll be down below so you can see his films, what he's done before. And he's on Twitter. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye. Goodbye. 2 thumbs. Bye.
End of line.